Watched the fight, wanted to have a quick word with Boots, and he said, you know, if there's no Canelo fight, he wants to make Boots v Crawford. And you know, would we do it? And the answer is yeah, of course. Like, you know, the plan, of course, is to unify at 147, but that fight is one of the biggest fights in the sport.
Do you think that's a realistic matchup someday, or is that not really on your mind?
Definitely. I definitely think that's a realistic fight. I think that fight can definitely happen, and we shall see.
Congrats to Jerron Boots Ennis defeating Avocado, or what his father would call him is Anesthesia. Jerron Boots Ennis stops David Avanesian in 5 rounds, as I predicted. Now, the new power man over Canelo in boxing is Prince Turki Alalshikh. He smacks his fingers and he says, if I cannot make the Canelo fight, I want the Boots Ennis fight. And Eddie Hearn and Boots Ennis are willing to trash all their plans at 147 to move up to fight Terence Crawford. And I don't think Terence Crawford has any problem with this fight if Turki Alalshikh is willing to put it on, because at the end of the day, Terence Crawford wants to get paid. And he felt Jerron Boots Ennis' name, it wasn't big enough to make the fight. And he's right. Jerron Boots Ennis doesn't have a big name, but this is a good fight. And I said in prior videos, I would love to see this fight over the Canelo Alvarez fight. The only thing I don't like is the excuses. I don't hear about Jerron Boots Ennis was inexperienced, that's why Terence Crawford knocked him out. I don't want to hear about Terence Crawford's 36 or 37 years old. I don't want to hear any excuses. This is the fight a lot of us want to see, right? So if it happens and it doesn't go your way, I don't want to hear any excuses, just like the Errol Spence fight. With that being said, let's go back to the Avanesian fight. I predicted Jerron Boots Ennis would stop Avanesian in 5 rounds. He's a settled fight. He's tailor-made for Jerron Boots Ennis. I want to see Jerron Boots Ennis do that to a Karen. Remember when he fought Karen? He didn't look so good. These guys like Roman Villa, Avanesian are tailor-made for Jerron Boots Ennis. Even though he's highly skilled and very talented, it was a no-brainer that David Avanesian was a dead man walking. He was a dead man walking if he had a 8-week training camp. Unfortunately, he had a 1-month training camp. With that being said, Boots didn't have no ring rust at all. He looked very sharp. Body puncher was excellent. And he did what he was supposed to do and what I thought he would do. Now, I'm not going to say he's the best fighter in the world after beating David Avanesian, but I would like to see him in there with better opposition, like a Velasquez or at least a Stanionis. But I would say his skill level is very high. He's very talented. We don't know about his boxing IQ yet. His defense was kind of leaky, but I think the defense was leaky because of the opposition he was facing. I don't think Boots will go in there fighting better opposition like that. So I do like the Boots and Crawford fight, especially with Turki Alalshikh behind it. That's because Crawford will get the money he wants and the fight will happen. But it's still a substitute fight if the Crawford and Canelo fight doesn't happen. So we gotta see what happens there first. But I'd rather see Boots and Crawford. But I'm not the man with the money. You know what's really crazy? And I think Prince Turki Alalshikh is just crazy enough to do this. Make Crawford and Boots and David Benavidez a doubleheader. Because if the Boots and Crawford fight happens, that gives Prince Turki Alalshikh the opportunity to put the Canelo versus Benavidez fight together. I don't know if it'll be for $200 million, but Canelo will be paid well. Anyway, leave your thoughts and comments below. Jay Beezy, I'm gone.